This is day 2 for the NMCA All American Nationals. Today we've got Ryan and my mom going out in open comp here pretty soon. My dad also in open comp, and this will be his last pass for getting his license. He's getting his NHRA license. He's got to make 6 passes by himself. That's why we got LIC on the window. So today, this morning, if he can make a pass from A to B, that'll be the last pass for him, and then he will have his NHRA license. And right now, as we speak, Camaro is #1 qualifier at a 968, 141 mile an hour. All weekend we've been down mile an hour, but it was very humid yesterday. Humidity was like 90%. Thought possibly an issue with both cars. The Corvette's down a mile an hour too. With the humidity like it was, these things just aren't going to perform at their best because they're naturally aspirated, and we think that might be what's killing our mile an hour. The Camaro, we're not running open comp, but we're running in a class called COPO Battle, and I definitely had to eat my words. I said I like to run the COPO Battle class because I could run with the COPOs. They could get out on me because they were on slicks on my stock tires, and I could, catch them and possibly pass them mid-track. Definitely not the case this weekend. I've been getting beat every single time I go up there. That's coming up after open comp. So open comp, they just called them to the lanes. They're on their way up there. So I'm gonna take the old golf cart. That's my ride for the open comp class, and go up there, see how they run.
Nice Vette. That's the 427?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, sir. 1338 at 105. Not too bad. Shifting it like a grandma, but that's what I got to do to get in the third. That's what I got to do. 1962 60 foot. Not too bad. Not too bad. I am not mad about that.
This round in COPO Battle is actually round 1, so no more qualifying rounds. What they do is they give you an index, so your fastest pass, they add a 10th to it. So we went a 980 in COPO Battle yesterday, so our index is a 970. I'm racing a guy that he's got a 427 COPO, and his index is a 912, I believe. So I'm going to leave first, and then it should put us technically at the end of the racetrack, side by side. We'll see. This thing might not go a 70 in the heat in the day. I don't know. We'll see how the racetrack is, and I don't know. We'll find out. on the brakes. Second, that was a close race. He went right on his dial. You can't beat that. He had an 065 light, I had an 059 light. He went 912 on a 912. I went 973 on a 970. Margin of victory, 0.02 of a second. That was close. That was a cool race. I was with a 157 60 foot, so not the best 60 foot and a decent pass. That's pretty good. All right, guys, fast qualifying round. I hope my 360 camera's only got 2 minutes of storage left. I didn't realize it until I got up here, so I just turned it on. They're pulling us. Hopefully, I've got enough storage to get this race. Racing my dad. Actually, I think I'm racing my dad. I don't know. With my luck, it'll probably record all the way up until we stage, and then it'll quit recording.
COPO NA, final round with each of the lanes. Watson Racing COPO Jet Showdown.
This thing bogged off the line for some reason. I hope the GoPro got that. My hood came up at about the 8th mile.
Did you not have it locked down?
I did, it popped up. I bogged out of the hole for some reason. Look at the log, see where it bogged and why it bogged. But I went a 159 60 foot, he went 154. Went 979, he went a 977. I hope I got that on the 360. But gosh dang it, you piece of junk, why'd you have to bog? This thing has never, ever bogged. Ever. Good thing these Camaros got a good safety latch on them, because it held the old hood down. I can't believe it came up. It's never had the hood come up neither. When I say come up, I mean like pop onto the safety. It didn't actually come up and knock the windshield out of it. Yeah, guys, I called it. Our pass, the 360 camera died literally right when we staged. I was even deleting videos as I was turning the corner, pulling into the burnout box, trying to get more footage freed up. I've never filled an SD card, so I must have left it on at some point in time or something. But got everybody lined up over here that showed up for the event, and all these guys are troopers because we may not get the most track time or anything like that, but everybody comes, hangs out, has a good time. And man, the amount of people that like this class is just crazy. Everybody loves, you know, there's people here that are saying they'd rather watch these cars than the pro mods, and that's actually pretty cool to hear. But we're gonna get a picture of everybody, head back to the pits. I'm gonna pull the log off of the Camaro. The thing bogged off the starting line so bad, I almost lifted, and then it cleaned up and took off. So I need to figure out what's going on there. And yeah, luckily the hood didn't come all the way open, because it could have been pretty bad. Probably not my smartest decision, but I had a chance of beating the black Corvette, and unfortunately with the bog and everything, I just couldn't make it happen. All right, guys, round one and fast. I've got Rhett and his heck, I'm not a Mopar guy, I don't know what year it is, blue Barracuda. If we don't make any mistakes, should be able to squeeze right past round one. But if we make mistakes, gonna have to work for it. So good as I thought it was going to be. And I thought the grandstands was going to kind of hide the starting line from the sun, but it was still on it. But I got to figure out the hood. I can't have the hood keep coming up like that. But we did get the win, so that should give us a bye to the finals. Well, I thought we were done for the night, but they ended up calling open comp up. So my dad is not going to run an open comp. So actually the guy that I raced in fast, Rhett, has a bye in open comp to the second round because they got lined up in open comp. My mom's going to run. I don't know who she runs. And then Ryan's already up there. He's on the left side of the ladder. So they call it left side of the ladder. Open comp is pretty much your fastest qualifying run. They take away a 10th. So like my mom went a 10:56 in open comp qualifying, so her dial is a 10:46. Usually guys slow their cars down in qualifying, put like 100 pounds in it or something. That way, take the 100 pounds out, technically you gain your 10th, and then that's what you run to your dial. But we didn't do any of that. But it got nice and cool out tonight, so she might be able to get close to her dial if she can get a good 60 foot out of that thing. So we're gonna head up there and see how they run.
Was the margin of victory?
Margin of victory was 0.09, less than a 10th.
And how much? What was the tree?
Oh, he had a killer tree.
Yeah.
This thing launched so good.
Oh, dang, it went a 13:11. Nice.
He's a little noisy.
Oh, we heard that when you rolled in. Yeah, I was calling you to see how far away you were, and I hear him say 67 Corvette on the intercom. And I'm thinking, Ryan's like the only one in a 67 Corvette.
You'll see me in there. Come on, come on, come on. I saw him in the mirror. I'm like, come on, let's go. And then shoo.
He went 9 something?
995.
Oh, he flew by you like you was sitting still.
He did.
What was it?
Like a Plymouth. It's one that's got the like craziest paint job.
Oh, I've seen that. Yep. Heck, I don't even know what day it is. Day 2 for this video. Sunday, so day 4, I guess, technically. My mom went out for open comp and actually won, so she's down to 15 out of, I believe there were 63 cars. I'll show you that run right here. I backed the orange Camaro out to warm the thing up, and last night I got out of the throttle a little early. The hood came up again. Actually, now that I say that, I gotta remember that the hood was coming up. But I was warming it up and things started making a bunch of noise. I don't know where the rocker arms are. I'm not even gonna show you. You're just gonna have to trust me. But it ended up breaking a rocker arm. So that's the second one we've broke in the last 2 races. But thankfully it was just warming the thing up and not making a pass down the racetrack. And it didn't shoot the lifter out or nothing. I literally heard it break. It made the engine made 3 revolutions. I heard ding, ding, ding 3 times and shut it off very quickly. Pushed it back here and started ripping it apart. And actually, the first thing I thought was converter. So I laid under the car, I pulled the converter, and it was a little loose. I had 1 bolt that was loose, so thankfully that happened for us to look at the converter, because if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have looked at the converter. And then I just realized that last night, the hood coming up a little bit made me get out of the throttle early, which probably kept the car from braking at the top end of the racetrack, which is very good because we had to pull the intake off and we'd probably still be working on it right now trying to get it back together. But we have a bye to the finals. There were 6 of us, and the way it worked out, number 1 qualifier got a bye. My mom is actually out. My dad will be racing Kirkham in the red Corvette, and then Ryan has, I don't know who Ryan's racing. He'll have to tell you, not exactly sure. But there are 2 classes ahead of us right now, so we're gonna get this thing all charged up, get fuel in it, check the tires, and go out and make a pass. Well, how'd you run an old Tic?
Spun the tires right at the head.
Oh. It's that side. I don't hear it over here. So you have to get that rocker, or you have to get that valve cover off.
Was it spun right at the head and went 13 like 41 or something like that.
That's not bad.
Still not bad spinning,
especially in this heat.
Yeah. I tried, I don't know why I did, but I tried doing what I did last night, just really getting after it. That didn't like it.
That usually never works.
No, I know.
It'll work like once.
Well, I was hoping it was going to be that once.
And then you think it's going to work every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't, we're not ticking over here. That's one good thing about side pipes is you can hear which side it's on.
That's true, yeah.
But Camaro, guys, I don't know what's going on with it. No power. Really lean. It broke the rocker arm this morning, and we thought we had it fixed. I guess I should have drove it, but you break a rocker arm, you think it's all right. So I'm riding back with Ryan. We're gonna grab the golf cart, tow it back, and see if we can't figure this thing out. Found the culprit on the Corvette. Oops, grabbed the wrong one. Nut just backed off, so we'll tighten that up a little bit. We need to whack the tops of these, keep them from, if you whack the tops with a hammer and a chisel, you keep them from backing off. But we only got one more round. We'll just tighten it up, send it down the racetrack. The Camaro, for some odd reason, it broke the strap off the spark plug. That's not burnt, that's broke. So luckily, it shot it out of the exhaust. Did a leak down, it's only leaking 4%. So I'm gonna put a new set of plugs in it. And I mean, these plugs are not, they look old. We do a lot of idling around and driving around in the pits, coming back from the track and idling up to the staging length and stuff. So it makes the plugs look like crap. But I don't know, they're not that old. They're 2 races old, I think. And yeah, so I don't know. I mean, plugs in this thing are cheap. These are just NGKs. We can get them anywhere. So there's no sense in not changing plugs every 2 races, every race. Definitely learned a big lesson this weekend. Possibly could be why the mile an hour is down. Maybe that plug was having issues the whole time. I don't know. I don't really think so, but possibly. So engine is checked out good. I even did a leak down on the cylinder that broke the rocker arm earlier just to test it, and everything's good. So I'm gonna go ahead, put some new plugs in it. Larry beat my dad in the semifinals. My dad thinks he's got a transmission issue. He says it felt like a bog, but it wasn't really a bog. It was kind of like he was taking off in 2nd gear. Fluid doesn't look good, so I haven't pulled the log yet, but I'd like to see what actually went on with that thing. That way we got an idea what to do when we get back to the shop, because we got to jump right on these things because we got like 3 more races this year, and right now is a busy time of the season for us. So I'm gonna tackle this thing, get her all put together. I think I might take it for a drive, make sure everything's good. Then yeah, they should be calling us. It'll be a little bit before they call us back up, give us time to cool this thing down. Then we got Larry Kirkham in the finals, and he went a 9:58 in the semifinals. So I got to sit down on the computer, come up with a tune-up for this thing, and we're really got to hope for a spin, honestly. I can't go a 58 in this weather on this hot racetrack. The car just can't. The car needs a good racetrack. So I'm gonna see what we can do and give it our best shot. All right, guys, fast final. We got Larry. He's beat me like 3 times before. He's faster than me today. We're gonna try our best to make it happen. Alright guys, we got beat again. I'm not too happy about it, but I'm going to do my best to try to hide it. The car has been running awesome all weekend. Larry won a 58 earlier today, and I haven't even pulled the log. I don't know if I gave it too much throttle off the line, but I could have let that get to my head. I don't know. I just knew I had to run good, and I knew I couldn't, you know, if I would have went up there and won a 160 foot, I wouldn't have been able to run with him. So car had to have a mid 1.5 in it, and I just tried all I could. Couldn't make it happen. Pretty excited about getting the Camaro to racetracks, cooler air. This thing, I'm not making excuses, I'm just telling the truth. This thing just, I struggle with it on hot tracks. I really do. I've got it kind of dialed in on good racetracks. In the evening when we get to race, that's when I want my 68, qualified #1. I was able to get it down that, but the real hot tracks I just struggle with, and I'm kind of out of ideas on what to do to get it to go down the hot track. Besides possibly adding some weight to it, you know, putting weight on the back end or something. I don't know, maybe that's something I should start trying. You know, I thought I kind of had a handle on it, messing with pressures and shock settings and all that, but obviously I don't. So got to do more homework there, but that's gonna wrap it up, guys. We've got plenty more content coming for you. Let's see, I don't know what we're gonna work on when we get back, but we got plenty of stuff to work on. Next month we'll have all these cars down in Indy for the last NMCA race of the year, and then I'd like to go to Empire this year. We missed the Empire race earlier. Really like to make it out to MIR, which is, I believe, in the beginning of October, or in October at some point in time. And then there'll be another fast event later in the year, like beginning of November, I believe, if the weather will allow. We'll go up there and do a they call it like a surprise race or whatever the heck they call it. Schedule is posted on the fast. I just kind of know when the races are, don't know the exact dates. Possibly at some point in time I'd like to maybe put headers on the Camaro, put my traction bars back on it, put my split monos back on it, and a good drag radial, and see how fast I can actually go with the thing on a real nice radial prep track. I've kind of wanted to do that for a while now. Didn't want to mess up the fast program that we got going on, because I kind of got the car dialed for that. The motor's coming out this winter to get freshened up, so we'll just go beat on it and have fun with it. So plenty of things that we're going to do for you guys, keep cool content rolling, but for now, this is going to wrap up this event. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.